What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, I am American Dilly, and this is the American Dilly channel. Alright? Check it out, man. Usually we do reaction videos, we do funny videos, we do stuff like just commentating the world around us. That's what we do. Usually, that's what we do. Although I've been getting a lot of questions lately about the Navy. That's right, the Navy. I am enlisted in the Navy. I'm a third-class petty officer of the United States Navy. I have been in the Navy for going on about 3 years right now, but I've been getting a lot of questions about boot camp. That's right, boot camp. You know, your entrance into the Navy, the gates, if you will, of freedom. No, man. Look, I wanted to answer the questions, and I wanted to create a video just to inspire people maybe that are thinking about joining, that are kind of on the fence, and to inform the people that have already decided and that are going in, you know, gonna take that plunge, if you will, and joining the world's greatest Navy. That's right, America's Navy. All right, now, first things first, man. First things first. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all, because I know most people going into the Navy are right out of high school or a couple years out of high school, you know, fairly young. I enlisted at an older age. It's a whole nother story. I enlisted at an older age, but most of the people that I went through my boot camp experience with were younger than me. Were fairly younger than me. Were almost 10 years younger than me. And so, it was a big like culture shock. You know what I mean? Because as you grow up, you do mature in your mind, and that tends to make certain stressful situations easier. That's just how it is. When you show up to boot camp, they are going to immediately put you in stressful situations. That's where all the yelling comes in. See, it's a real fun ride. It's a super fun ride on the bus. They play a little video. You know, you'll have an admiral come on and he'll say, "Welcome to the Navy. Your journey begins now. To make all of your dreams come true, we are going to mold you into a war-fighting machine. You will be a United States sailor. Thank you for taking the plunge." So you're like sitting in the chair like, oh man, this is gonna be amazing. We are going to hey bud, we're gonna excel our lives here. And then you get there. Get off the bus now! Move, 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 move! Get off the bus! Stop standing there! You are not at your mother's house anymore! The stressful situations that they put you in immediately are not to degrade you. I repeat that. They are not to degrade you. They are to build you so that you can deal with stressful situations. You can deal with people talking loud. You can deal with things changing at a second's notice, because that is the life in the Navy. See, that sometimes, now there's always a publication or a proper procedure to do things, but sometimes you are gonna have to think on your toes. Why? Because a fire is gonna start and it wasn't supposed to. Something is gonna break and water is gonna be going everywhere and it wasn't supposed to. That's right. Lines are gonna break in an aircraft, hide fluid everywhere, but it wasn't supposed to. And you have to be able to think on your toes and jump into action like that. You can't, there is no time to, look at that. What should we do? I'll help. There's no time for that. You have to be able to, here we go. Super sailor mode. Now, before all that gets started, you're going to go through a process, the recruiting process. You're going to go through a lot of paperwork, and you're going to just deal with a recruiter. He's going to probably be friendly. Most of them are. They're friendly. They want you to feel totally secure about your decision. In that friendliness, you cannot forget to ask questions. Please, for the love of God, ask questions. I had an amazing recruiter, but I also asked questions. One of the biggest questions you should ask is, what does undesignated mean? Yes, you should ask that. And if somebody tells you it means that you can explore all the jobs and pick the one you want later, maybe you should ask, are you sure? Because that's not what it means. It is not. Undesignated means needs of the Navy. You're going to go in as a blank slate and you will be groomed for needs of the Navy. My advice, this is my advice, purely advice, you don't have to take it, you can leave it, is to get a job. Select a rate. That's what we call our jobs. You know, in other branches they call it an MOS or you know, whatever. In the Navy, pick a rate. I'm an airframer. I chose that before I even took the oath, before I swore in, before I showed up to boot camp. I chose that. It was in writing. Schools were lined up. If he passes boot camp, he will be going here and then here to learn his job. Pick that, because if you don't, I promise, if you don't, you will go to needs of the Navy. After boot camp, you will go to a week-long course or 2 weeks, and yeah, you'll be sent to a ship or a squadron, and you will be the lowest man on the totem pole. You will be doing all the janitorial work. I promise. You're gonna get a job eventually, but you'll be putting your undesignated time in. And let's be honest. For somebody who joined when I did later in life, we don't have time for that. You just don't. You don't. I don't have time for that. Now, for an 18-year-old kid, that might seem cool, you know. But I didn't have time for that, so I got it in writing and I got a contract written up so that I knew what I would be getting into. My recruiter was nice enough to explain that all to me. I've heard so many people say that the recruiters didn't explain it to them or kind of lied to them. I don't think it's necessarily like a lie per se. I do think that it is dressing up the truth, if you will, you know, making it all, you know, rainbows and sunshine, knowing that it's not gonna be. Okay, so now upon checking in at boot camp, you're dealing with these people yelling at you. You're dealing with having to follow the lines and having to, you know, you're just a million things going a mile a minute. It's just, okay, you have to remain focused. Before you go through this process, you should determine the reason that you are joining. It can be a personal reason. It can be a prideful reason. It can be whatever reason you want. My reason for joining was I was married with 2 children and wanted to provide an amazing life for them. That was my reason for joining. I am a proud American and saw that serving my country could also provide for my family. So that was my reasoning. Whatever your reasoning is, hold it dear to you. Put it down here in your heart, okay? Keep it right here. And remember it. Don't let boot camp break you. Because boot camp's job is not to destroy you, but it is to make you better. Okay? And your reason will be motivation to carry you through the process. Once again, do not take things that the RDCs say to you to heart. It's not to degrade you. It is not to destroy any motivation inside of you. No, it is to motivate you. Okay, when I was younger, I had a job on a construction site. Okay, now I was not a very decent young person. Okay, I'll put that out there right now. I did not care about things. I wanted a job strictly to get money, but I did not want to work. Okay. Anyway, my foreman on the construction site, he used to yell at me. He used to yell at me, swear at me, you know, just say some of the most downright rude things to me. One day I asked him, I was like, dude, why do you have to be like that towards me? And his answer was so simple, and it just triggered a light bulb in my brain. You work the best when I talk to you like that. Why? It motivates you to do better when I talk to you like that. See, certain people in life have that motivation naturally, and you'll notice them in your division. They're not going to get yelled at. They're not. But that's because they do everything right the first time. Now, they might get made fun of. The RDCs definitely might make fun of them for being so squared away. But that is a way to give them what they're giving you as well. You got to work hard, man. Like, that's one thing that I've learned in life, man. You can't go through life just expecting things to come to you, because this job that you're about to embark on, it ain't no joke, man. And ain't nothing just gonna come to you by standing there. I promise. You have to do your job. Diligence, okay? Know things that you need to know. Learn things that you need to learn while you're there. That's the bottom line, man. Before you show up to boot camp, while you're in your recruiting phase, your recruiter's probably giving you some information, pamphlets, maybe a little book, little welcome aboard book. It's got some knowledge in it. You're looking through it, thinking this is going to be cool, looking at the pictures, right? You need to read it. You need to read it. You need to learn your 11 general orders before you get there, if you can. Okay? It's going to put you ahead of the curve. I promise you, it's going to put you ahead of the curve. Ranking recognition, it's going to put you ahead of the curve. Learn how to talk to people professionally, because it's going to put you ahead of the curve. Now, I'm from the South, man. Like, growing up, we're respectful. We're taught to be that way. Why? Because mom and dad are going to probably put their hands on us if we're not respectful. That's the bottom line, right? So we're respectful growing up. We know. I mean, that's just a Southern upbringing. You know what I mean? You talk to people with respect. Otherwise, someone's probably going to punch you in the face. So everything with me was yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Anybody who was older than me, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. That's just how I was. I showed up to boot camp. And boy, did I learn my lesson quick about rank and recognition, man. Diller, report. Yes, sir. What did you say to me? Yes, sir. I am a petty officer in the United States Navy, and you will address me by my title. You will not refer to me as sir. I work for a living. Upon answering a question, you will sandwich that answer in between my title. Do I make myself clear? Aye, aye, petty officer. Okay, now let's try this. Diller, what is your 7th general order? Petty officer, my 7th general order is to talk to nobody except in the line of duty, petty officer. Excellent, excellent, Diller. Now get lost. While you're there, pick a job. Do not be one of those people that gets lost in the crowd. There's a lot of people that I've talked to that said, you know, they just wanted to get lost in the crowd, man. They just wanted to not be noticed. If I can do my time here and not be noticed, I won't get in trouble. That is true. You won't get noticed. You also won't get rewarded for anything that you do. You will be another number. Don't do that. Pick a job, man. Do something for your division. Okay? It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be the ARPOC or the AROC or the MA. You don't have to be the big three. Although I promise you, if you pick one of those big three, you better be ready to do that job. Okay? You better be ready to do that job. In my boot camp experience, I saw the ARPOC get fired 3 times. 3 times. 3 different dudes. Because they couldn't do their job. Your job as a division leader is to lead the division, not let the division walk on you. So you have to be ready to assert dominance, okay? Now, be respectful. These are your fellow recruits, soon to be your shipmates. Be respectful, but at the same time, learn how to assert your dominance, man. Let them know that this is how it's going to be done. This is how it needs to be done, so that we all don't, we all don't get in trouble. You know what I mean? I have a master chief now. I'm like I said, I'm here now. I have a Master Chief now, though, that tells the squadron, if one of y'all shits the bed, everybody's wearing diapers. Excuse me for my language, but that's also something else you're going to have to learn to get over with. But it makes sense, right? If one of y'all messes up, everybody is held accountable, because you guys should have all been helping each other in the process of getting it done. So pick a job. Pick a job. If you are the A-Rock, boy, you better sing. You better not be scared to talk, because the A-Rock, he's going to be talking. He's going to be yelling cadences. You better, na, 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 na. You better have rhythm. You better know how to march. Otherwise, you're going to get fired too. And the MA, oh, you better know how to help them other two out with their job, because that's your job. The Master at Arms, that is your job, to help them assert their dominance and keep order in the division. Okay? The big three. The big three. But that's not it. That's not it. Because when I went through boot camp, I wasn't any of them. Nope. I was the laundry PO. Don't worry, yeah, y'all laugh. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Upon graduation, I was the only one with a job that got the promotion. Oh, let that sink in. Because of diligence. That's why. That's why. Diligence and the ability to learn. Y'all want to know what I went through when I was a laundry PO? I'll let you know. Diller, what are you doing?
Petty officer, I'm waiting for the laundry to dry. Petty officer.
Is that your dryer? Did you pay for that dryer?
Petty officer, no, this is not my dryer. Petty officer.
No, it's not your dryer. It's my dryer. You know what? I'm going to teach you about leaning on that dryer. Come with me. I will not lean on the United States Navy's dryers. I will not lean on the United States Navy's dryers. Truthfully, boot camp is going to be a beautiful experience for you. A beautiful one. It's going to change your life. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about certain aspects of it, certain training that you're going to do, because I signed a paper saying I wouldn't. Oh, it's a surprise. They got stuff planned for you. Just know you will be swimming, you will be sweating, and you will be dealing with stressful situations. You will be dealing with people from all walks of life, from all corners of the country, people you never thought that you'd be dealing with. Okay, I was in a division, I had different religions in there, different skin colors in there, different accents in there, people from different countries in there. Some people couldn't hold their bladders in there. And you guys are going to have to learn how to deal with that on your own, together. That's what it's about. Coming together to create an awesome fighting force, okay? And I promise, as long as you come together and you get the job done, your RDCs will be mean, but they will be impressed. Bottom line, they will be impressed. Do not start to feel sorry for yourself there. Figure out ways to have fun. Figure out ways to make it fun. Writing letters home is usually one of the best ways. That was usually, I looked forward to that. Once it was lights out, everybody was going to sleep. The division will not close their mouths. So once the RDCs leave and the lights out, everybody's going to be bitching. Everybody's going to be talking. Blah, 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 blah. I tuned it all out, and that's when I would write my wife a letter. So by the end of the week, I had, I don't know, 5, 6 letters to send. Drop them in the mailbox. Boom, they're gone. Find a way, man. Find a way just to secure yourself, man. Keep your sanity. You know, you will make friends. You will, man. It's gonna be amazing. The friends that you make there. I made friends in boot camp that I still bump into. Like I said, I've been going on 3 years in the Navy. It's been a ride so far. I love it. I love every part of it. That's just the aspect of me though, because I wanted something to fulfill me, and this fulfills me. This gives me something to feel good about going to work every day to do. And when I do good, you get told that you did good. You know what I mean? Or when you do help the division, when you guys can overcome obstacles and accomplish goals, there's no better feeling than that. You will find that out in your final test at boot camp. You'll find that out, man. And you're gonna feel so good about it that I promise. If you're thinking about joining the Navy, man, do it. Talk to a recruiter. Figure your path out, though. Your path is not my path. My path is not your path. What works for me will not work for you, and what works for you will never work for me. But if we figure out our own plans and our own goals, you can figure your path and make it, man. It's going to be amazing because, like I said, short time coming. I mean, look, I've already got stuff on the wall. I get comments about this stuff, you know, people asking me like what it is. I mean, right here, I met the Admiral, okay, he shook my hand. The Admiral of the ship shook my hand for hard work, gave me a coin. It's right over there on the coin rack. That right there is my CO, my CMC, when I promoted to 3rd class. I mean, I did that my first year out of boot camp. That's because I did good in boot camp. I came out ready to be able to promote because I got advanced in boot camp. So that's what I'm trying to say, man. Set yourselves up, set your sights for greatness, and you will achieve things that it's just crazy. I mean, look, this is 3 years. It's 3 years in the Navy right there. Going in, I got 1, 3. So, like I said, man, set your sights high, man. Set your goals and just achieve, man. Okay? Because that just makes it better for everybody if we can just like come together, man. And I look forward to hopefully working with y'all one day, man. If that's what you're thinking about doing. I look forward to hopefully working with y'all. Working out. Yeah, we're gonna work out. You're gonna PT. But working with y'all one day, man. So leave me a like and subscribe down bottom and a comment if this was informative for you or if it helped you in any way. If you have other questions, feel free to ask me those as well. I'll answer them down in the comments if there's something I missed or whatnot. Like I said, I don't really want to go too full into detail about boot camp, because it is a surprise thing, man. It is a surprise thing that opens a world up to you. And like I said, the best advice I can have is just go into there with an open mind and be respectful, man. All right? This was American Dilly, and I am signing off. Oh, yeah. Know that, baby. Know that. Y'all have a great day, man.
America.